contact?
Right out my contact.
Whoa. Okay, guys. I don't know if you guys saw the video where we found all these. Steve can insert a clip in there if he wants to, or put a link in the video. But look at all these hair tools here. They need to be repaired. These in a Sally Beauty dumpster, and they all had cut cords like this. There's 10 of them. We tallied them up approximately, it's like 600 bucks of hair styling tools and stuff. And they're all new, but they've cut cords. So today's the day where I'm gonna repair the cords. And I love today. It's a fun day because I think all of these are gonna work. You guys, we will find out, but there's no reason for them to cut their models, demo models, the cords, if they're, not gonna work. None of them look like they have any use at all. There's no hairs in anything. Everything looks perfect. So I'm gonna do a quick little repair on the cords. I'll show you guys a quick little how-to. I'll put some links below in the video, in the description, and I'll pin it in the comment if you guys want to buy any of the cord repair items that I have. And I'm not a professional, but nobody's complained about the stuff that I've repaired. I've sold stuff to hairdressers and they want more stuff from me. I just disclose it to people when they buy it. Hey, I repaired this cord. That's basically it. And everything works great that I've done. So it's on to you if you guys want to do this yourself. Just make sure you disclose it to people so they know, and make sure you do it right. So let's get into this. Of these 10 items, I am going to say that all 10 are going to work. I went through and matched up all the cords, and I have a cord for every single one of them. So no item was left behind. I think we got them all that day. And I hope we find some more in the future because, they're expensive. Like this is an $80 curling wand right here. 80 bucks. My favorite one, and one I'm most excited with, and probably what I'm going to start with, is this, curlers. This was $42.49, it looks like. The clips aren't in there, but I use hair rollers, the hot rollers, every single day. Every day, and I have since probably high school. So that's how I do my hair. I'm a hair cheater. I just throw them in there. I put like 6 rollers in, and then I don't have to do anything. That's it. I don't even use hairspray. So, hair rollers. I love them. Hot rollers, I should say. And these ones are nice felty ones. And mine that I have right now, my lid's broken, it's jacked up, so I'm excited to switch to this. I don't need clips because I have about 5 billion of them from over the years of buying different hair rollers and replacing them. So let's get into it. I'm starting with this one. Okay, in my little tackle box here, here's what I got. This little guy. This is a soldering iron. You can get it on Amazon. Link is below. This thing gets super, super, super hot. So I use one of these. I got it out of a dumpster. It's just a thing for like a curling, like if you had this curling iron, you could lay it on there and then it won't burn your counter. So, but I use it for my soldering iron here. So I'm going to use this. This is what I basically glue the little, it's not plugged in, the little pieces of the ends to each other with. Gets super hot. I got a wire cutter, wire stripper. You can get these at any hardware store or on Amazon. Got some solder. That's right here. This came in a little set, but I got refills of these. I use them all the time. As you can see here, lots of them. I've got my little kit here of, I'll put a link in there for these too. This is the little heat shrink tubing. And these exploded all over, so they are not in order anymore by size. They're just a big mess. But these are awesome. I'll show you how to use these. You're gonna want a lighter or a heat gun. I probably won't use this. I'll probably use a real longer lighter. And I just got this a little while ago. I made my own. I had a DIY one with some little alligator clips, and it just was not good. But this is nice for, you'll see, when you have wires and you want to hold them together, and it's just helping hands basically. You don't want to hold both. You want to use your hands, be hands-free, and these will clip it. This was super cheap on Amazon. I think it was Amazon or eBay, but it was really cheap too. But I do it enough of this rewiring stuff that I decided to bite the bullet and buy this because my little wood block wasn't great. So this is what I'm going to do. By the way, ladies, don't be intimidated by doing this stuff. It is fun, super fun. If I can do it, you can totally do it. And that's why I'm wearing this shirt. Anything boys can do, girls can do better. Thanks, Linda Stark. She sent this to me and it's so cute. So today's a raw Go Woman Day. I've got an old sponge here, kitchen sponge, it's gross. I am just cleaning off my soldering gun because the tip is dirty. Throwing that sponge away when this is over. Oh, by the way, I also have some gray tubing because I did notice there's one of these, the expensive one, I'll do this one second, is gray. So might as well match it. And I already bought gray tubing off of eBay or somewhere, heat shrink tubing. So here we go. First thing, wires. I need to cut the wires and expose them so I can attach the white to the white, and the hot to the hot. So inside this tubing, you can see that one side either is going to have a sleeve around it that is either white or black, or one side of your wire here is going to either be bumpy or smooth. And that is what tells you whether it's the ground or the hot. So you need to match up your bumpy to your bumpy on this case, and your smooth to your smooth. But on other ones, inside, you can see there's a white one and a black one, and that's even easier to match those up. So just depends on what you got. So once again, these curlers, $42.49. That's what I wrote down. And I'm gonna cut my cord to about maybe like this long. I might go in the bathroom and check it out. Give myself a little extra room. And there we go. As with everything, always make sure it's not plugged in when you're doing this, please. Okay, I cut this. I realized what if I end up hating these curlers for whatever reason? I don't think I'm going to, but if I do, whoever buys them might want them normal length. So I'm going to test them, use them out a couple days, see what I think, and then I'll make my decision about cutting my cord if I want to bother. Here's what I'm doing. I'm cutting these down. So what happens is you need a little sleeve. We're basically going to join the bumpy to the bumpy and the smooth to the smooth with a little heat shrink tube. And you can cut these to size. We're going to solder the ends together. Then this little sleeve first actually is going to go over this, and then it's going to go over these two edges, and we're going to melt it on there. So first thing I need to do is put a long one here, because that's going to cover, it looks like a Band-Aid, going to cover the whole thing like this along the outer edge. I need to make it wide enough that I have enough room for it to melt down with an extra fat bonus. This one I probably should do fatter. But anyway, there's my big one. And I need two smaller ones. I'll strip it here. We'll go with about that length. This is whiter than, not quite the right color, but it's okay. It's just for me anyway. I'm going to clean in this room after all this because there's going to be stuff shooting everywhere. Okay. So my two little sleeves are going on there like this. And my third outer sleeve is going on here behind it. So I'm going to solder end to end after I cut these and wire strip them. And then I'm going to solder them. Okay, this is where these little helping hands come in so handy. I can mesh my little wires together. This is crucial, smooth to smooth side, or black to black and white to white, but you cannot mix those up. That's so important. Okay, smashed them on there. Nice and smooth. I'm gonna get my wires a little hot here. If I get them too hot, the soldering gun, this little sleeve can start melting down the wire. Okay, so solder. Get a little bead on there. This is the fun part, I love it. Some of you guys have said I use way too much solder, but I've never been to a class. Just paint it on there a little bit. This stuff, once it touches heat, it just blobs on there. It's really crazy. It's like mercury. And then it dries really, really hard. Okay. I'm going to do the back side of this also. And then I do the same thing on these other two. It's already dry, by the way. It's hard as a rock and glued together already. But when I melt the other two, if I put another blob on the other side, this will unmelt here because it'll get hot. So turn my curlers over. See, this little side is exposed. Alligator clips grabbing it. This one's coming over to grab. Keeps it right in place. Okay. Make sure all of it gets connected and that there are no sharp pointy edges sticking off. Okay, this one's done. So now unclip this, move my little heat shrink tubing down, just like that. I'm holding it there, get a flame. And this little guy's gonna just melt right on there. Gotta be careful about this one. I don't want this one to get hot though. You could do it after. Uh-oh, I burnt some of that. Okay. I can fix that after. Once this one goes too, they're both going to be ready. But anyway, so now it's at least completely protected. This is a nice little plastic sleeve that is shielded on there and melted on there. So these two cannot touch this ever. And then I'm going to put the outer sleeve on top of that. So same thing with this side. Since I'm here upside down, I might as well do it. Flipping it over. Okay. Sleeve. Flame. Oops. It can be blackened because it doesn't matter. And then this little guy. Make sure all the wires are not exposed. They're not. Okay, this thing. Sleeve is going to go right on top. I have to wait for it to cool down because I don't want it shrinking on there while it's scooting on. Okay. All right. So I might use a heat gun on this one just so I don't get the burn mark from this flame. And actually, you know what? I'll use one of the hair dryers when I got a hair dryer done. Okay, since I need a heat gun to fix that, I'm gonna use this hair dryer. So I'll do this hair dryer next. It's the most expensive one of the bunch, $79.99. Babyliss Pro Titanium. I don't have, sadly, any of the accessories, but I know it probably came with a diffuser and a clip, like one of those hair things that, one of these kind of things. This came in the pink one. So I might have some from other times where I've gone into Ulta dumpster and found hair dryers. So I might have one that fits on here. I hope I do. That'd be cool because this is a beautiful hair dryer and it's nice. This one has such a long plug here, this sleeve, that I'm actually gonna hide my repair back behind here. I'm gonna take this off, or at least pry it open to where I can get into this little sleeve part, slip it back, and do the repair and slip it back on there. So I'm gonna do that right now. If you can hide it, it's great, or go to the source inside if you can. Whatever you can do, that would be the most direct contact, that would be the best. Okay, got the screws out. This is how you wire on the inside. You're gonna have to slide something along the side here of any of these hair dryers or plastic irons to kind of snap the thing out. So I just used something I had from an iPod repair kit. I use these things all the time. It's like a spudger, I think is what they call it. Spudger, I don't know. Anyway, you just run along the edge here of the plastic and it pops that little thing out. And I need to do it on this side as well. This looks like a guitar pick, but that's how I get my side started. So I can, I didn't even have to use the other thing. Anyway, I got it separated. I'm gonna pop this thing out and see what's going on in there. That just little guy lives in there. So I can do my repair here and slide that sleeve on top, it'll be hidden, or I can go straight into the source. If I do that, I'm gonna have to take this whole thing off though. And it might have a screw somewhere else. I also don't wanna mess up these buttons. So if I do put it back in, I gotta make sure it's back in exact. They usually put a knot in there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but they will knot the cable so it can't come out. You know, like, so all the pressure and everything is on this cable. They'll put a knot in there so it'll keep the pressure right there at the knot without going in here where it's connected. I'm just gonna do this down here. It's too hard, I don't wanna mess with this, and I don't really care. For what I'm gonna sell these for cheap, you know, this is like an $80 hair dryer, I'll probably sell it for 25 bucks or 20 bucks or something at a yard sale, maybe 30. Depending on whether it came with attachments or not, and if they're there. So I'm going to just repair it under here, just because it's easy. So I'm splitting these. I'm gonna do the repair up here higher and slide my sleeve back on top, and then all the pressure will be where it should be, up here, not here where it bends. I've been doing this a lot lately. I am making my wires not quite flush, not to where the two cuts are exactly the same. And this helps on the bulge of the repair, the Band-Aid bulge. And because this is gonna have to fit up a sleeve, I wanted to offset it. So it's offset. So my smooth wire I cut further back, my bumpy wire I cut closer, And I'm gonna do the repair like that. So that way my bulging Band-Aid blobs of the sleeves will be a little bit offset, so I have a little bit thinner sleeve to go over. So here we go. Okay, I've got my 2 offset wires repaired. Offset, so it's pretty thin. I'm going to pull my sleeve up, a little Band-Aid. Perfect. Let's glue this sucker on. I like fire. I like fire. I wish I had another hand here. Yeah. Steve's coming to help.
It's just gonna be the mysterious hand.
Be the mysterious. Okay, just hold this in the air. Good one.
Like
Thank
that.
you. Yeah. I just don't want to light the hairdryer and jack it up.
I like the
Okay, let's flip it.
I like when it matches like that.
Black on black.
Mm-hmm.
Me
Just
too.
so much cleaner.
Well, and I'm hiding it under this.
Oh,
Yeah.
even nicer.
It still has some part that isn't glued on. It should glue really like a sleeve.
Turn it.
Feels like it's still not touching there. I want it to touch everywhere just in case.
Grab on.
Mm-hmm. And inside, when it melts in there, it's like a glue in there, so I can kind of smash it on there, even though it is hot. But you know me, I don't feel things. Okay, good.
Good.
Okay, so now this little baby, thank you, honey,
You're welcome.
is, I'm just double checking, bumpy to bumpy, smooth to smooth, yep. Okay, this little guy is going right on top. Oh, it's beautiful. Sliding this back in. Where it goes. I'm gonna have to double check and make sure all these buttons didn't get moved, and then I'll screw it back on, and then I can test it. I think it feels like it's right. Sometimes the little cold button, I've gotten it where I've gotten that thing kind of stuck in there. Like it just got dislodged a little bit. Okay, look at that. You can't even tell anything happened. Do not sell this on eBay that way, by the way. Don't sell things that are repaired online without people knowing, because you're not an electrician. If you sell it on like a dumpster diving group site, you can let them know, like on Facebook, you could join dumpster dive groups. They don't sell for a ton, just because there's a lot of them on there, but hey, you found it for free and it's fun to fix. Okay, it's all snapped back on, by the way. I think everything's good. I'm gonna put the screws back in. I would never sell this to anyone without knowing exactly what happened here. That way they know, you're not selling something brand new. This is definitely something that was used and repaired. And they have a right to know. If they don't feel 100% comfortable, they could always have somebody check it out. $80 hairdryer right here. And I actually have had one of these before. Found it in Ulta dumpster. It was a great hairdryer, really great. But I found 10 of this other one that has a touch screen. Touch, it's a Chi or Chai, I don't know. Chi Touch 0.0 or something. Touch 2.0. Okay, button seems to be working. I'm gonna try it right now. And by the way, if you can find the cord that came with your actual item, that's always best because it has the GFI. Oh, there we go. Hot. That's hot. Being a girl. Hey honey, you want to do your hair? Woo! All right, well, this heat This hairdryer did not melt this on as good as a fire or flame, but I've got a heat gun and I'll use the heat gun on it and it'll be just fine. But anyway, let's test this little baby out. Oh yeah. This one's working. I should have not done my hair. That way I could have used them. Fun. Okay, these are going. 2 down, 8 to go. This expensive wand I'm doing next. It doesn't have a hole here, so I can't get in there to hide my cord. It needs the swivel here, so I can't do anything inside. I need the swivel too, so my Band-Aid needs to go just right here on the end, and that's fine. They left me a little tail. If not, I've cut these before. Just a little rubber nub here. Just cut some of it off so I expose some more of the sleeve. But for this one, I've got just enough little nub on there to be able to do it without it, so that's great. I can still see which side's bumpy and which side's smooth, so that's good too. Okay, here I go. Okay, here's my best job I could do on this gray one. I should have cut this shorter, but it doesn't look, actually it looks better in person than it does on here. You can't really even see it live, but it's fine. But I didn't have a lot to work with. This gray one is thinner. So this $80 straightener, let's see how this works. Power's on. Let's get some heat. I kind of like that. Just slips down. Nice. My hair's already curly. Let's take a strand that's not. That's hot. Oh yeah. Works great. Thanks. What was it called? Sally Dumpster. On to the next. 3 down. These are hot, by the way. I don't know if they'll stick. Normally I'd have a clip on there, go hands-free. This is how I'd used to drive to work at my old job. I'd have curlers in my hair on the way to work. Then when I'd get there, they'd be cool, take them all out, and my hair would be curly. Titanium. This one I can't go up in the sleeve either. I'm gonna have to just go straight here because it's a swirly and it doesn't have a hole. So, $65.99. I've got 2 of these. A 2-inch barrel and a 1.5-inch barrel, I think, right here. Babyless. This is pretty. Really pretty. 2 Babyless titaniums right here. Let's test them out. Repaired. Not the most gorgeous thing in the world, but functional. Power button. Power. Ooh, that's a good sign. Okay. It's on the highest. Oh, it's already hot. That's hot too. Okay. Straightener time. That works. Fresh from a dumpster onto my hair. Those work great. Now, this next one, so these are awesome. This next one is weird. I've never seen anything like it. This one is an ion, and I saw it like when we looked at it. It has this rotating crimper. I think it's going to be motorized, and I think it's going to. Hi, we see you. What are you doing? Trying to sneak?
I didn't want to interrupt your video.
Oh, it's fine. Anyway, I have no idea what to expect from this. But this side moves smoothly. This side is stuck, so I think this might have a motor in it. And there's teeth on here. So it's gonna comb and maybe crimp? I have no idea. I can't wait to see what this is about. Fun. This one was $62.99, so. Done. Not bad. Now, let's see what this is. What the heck is this gonna be? That is the longest cord of them all. Where's the on button? I guess that's the on button. Oh! purpose. I don't understand. Okay, it's getting warm. I'm gonna try it out. Why have the spinning? Oh, is it crimping? It's crimping! I've got a crimper. How hilarious is that? 80s. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Honey, have you ever seen a crimped hair? Like in the 80s, do you remember what a crimper was?
No.
Oh, 80s, you are back.
What does a crimper do?
Look.
Oh, all those little wrinkles in it?
Yeah, they're wrinkles.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I could see it happening. I see the line all the way through there.
Oh my gosh, how funny. Did you watch it through there?
No, I was looking as you
Watch
went
this.
by.
Here.
Oh, I could see it in the glass. Oh, that's why it rolls.
Oh,
That's
how
crazy.
funny is that?
How long does it stay like that?
Until I dry it.
Want
Or
me to
until
do
I
the
wash
back?
it. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. But I've never seen anybody with crimped hair. I mean, in the 80s, totally.
From the 80s?
I had crimped hair in the 80s. And
It
I
doesn't
had,
look bad.
I had a waved hair too. It didn't look like
You
this, but
should
it
wear that. Do your whole hair that way.
just have crimped hair one day.
Why not? And then you dye sections of it. Nice t-shirt.
Thank you. Linda Stark gave it to me.
That's funny. That thing's just rolling around
Do you have
in
anything
there.
I can crimp on you?
Yeah, I got some leg hair. you waxed all my hair off.
I know.
My chest hair
This
not
is
long
cool.
enough.
How much was this one? This thing was $62.99.
Wow.
So I guess people are serious about their crimping. Cool. Fun. Okay, off. Locked. Got another one down. So next, I already started prepping this. This is one of those spinnies. I think it's gonna rotate, or maybe I just rotate it. Done with this one and this one. So let's try this one out. Ooh. Oh, it doesn't rotate. Ah, if you push the curl release, it does, in case your hair gets stuck in there. But otherwise, my hair's not wet, but it's not bad. That totally works. This one's working too. Sweet. So this one's a waver. This one's cheap. This one is only $15.03, I think. Almost kind of like beach waves. I kind of like this one. I could do that. This is cute. Very heavy, kind of awkward. But for being $15, it's pretty cheap. Last two. This one works. And this little pink one's a cheap one. This one is $12.63, I think. But this one had accessories, so. It is. So every single one worked. So all 10 of them worked. That's pretty impressive. Woo! Oh, that's nice. Action shot. Wow, honey. Did you dried out your contacts?
Dried out my contacts. Get this part.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. These are awesome dryers. Wow.
So,
That's amazing how strong that is.
thanks for joining us, you guys.
Seriously, I can't believe how strong that is.
Free dumpster find.
Yep.
Did you see what I did at the table here? Don't touch, this is hot over here.
Oh my goodness.
Look what I did. Oops. My thing, I bent over and did something, and it was just sitting there like this on here.
This table has survived for 18, how many years?
We've had it 18 years. We got it when we first got married.
I'm surprised it hasn't been burnt down.
There's scratches all over it.
By her, not by me.
Yeah. The only reason it's still around and doing as much as it's done is because we don't eat at it much. We eat in bed or at the couch.
We just don't do it that way. Hold on.
Dude, I like what you've done right here. This is nice.
I just blow dry it.
I like it.
I blow dry it with a dumpster blow dryer.
Looks awesome.
All right.
Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life. Bye-bye.